next speaker, I don't want to list all the credits. All I can say is she is the #1 influence for this show. She's my best friend. Well, Lauren's my sexy best friend. You're my best friend. There's a difference. There's a show here called Dump's the Word. If you haven't come to it, you need to join. It's 5th year now? 4th year?
Almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years. Recently had Jason Biggs on the show. Gonna have Gary Vaynerchuk on the show next month. Had Joy Behar, who I didn't even know who she was. When she called me, she goes, "Oh my God, this is the guest." She goes, "Joy Behar." I go, "I don't know who that is." She goes, "I'll never tell you." But anyways, she's a storyteller herself. She's been on every storytelling show in the world. She's performed at the Kennedy Centers. I can say that, right? The Kennedy Center, during the Kennedy Center, whatever the big thing is over there. I should probably know what I'm talking about when I'm on a microphone, but it's okay because I'm cute. So to tell a story, a true story of her life, and talking about pursuing passion, pursuing what you love, Robin Gelfenbien.
Yes, thank you for having me on, Michael. This is a true honor for me. I'm so proud of what you've created. So, I could not wait to get to college. I was going to Syracuse University to study broadcast journalism at the Newhouse School of Public Communications. It was the same school where Dick Clark and Bob Costas went, and I was psyched. I was so excited. But the thing was, I was like, I don't want to do hard news. You know, like, I don't want to be Katie Couric. I don't want to be Connie Chung. I'm totally dating myself with that reference. And I wanted to do features. Like, I wanted to meet Ricky Schroeder at the mall and find out, when's your birthday? You know, what's your favorite color? And my other big dream was to be the wacky weather girl. That was like, I'm just going to tell the weather in front of this green screen thing and make people, figure out what they're going to wear today. But, I was like, is this related to the mic? So when I got to college, everything actually was going very well for the first few months. And then I started hearing this very strange noise, and what it escalated to was me being bullied by about 60 guys for most of freshman year. And that set in this tremendous fear in me where I was like looking over my shoulder all the time, because it was a persistent 24/7 sort of thing. And what ended up happening was I didn't join the campus TV station. I didn't join the campus radio station. I did all these things where I knew they're not going to be. They're not going to find me here. And in the process, I wasn't being myself. So by the time I was a senior, I just plummeted. And I became very depressed, and I just was like, I have nothing to live for. Until I saw the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Have you guys seen this thing? For those of you who don't know, it is a 23-foot-long hot dog on wheels, and it travels all over North America. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that has to be mine. And I ran up to it, and I was talking to the people who were their spokespeople, who turns out were called hot doggers, and they filled me in on the job, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible, because what they were looking for was the new crop of hot doggers who were going to be the Wienermobile drivers, the spokespeople, and they wanted people who could be on TV every day, on the radio, in the paper, and on top of that, you would meet new people every day, travel all over North America, and my favorite, get to tell hot dog puns every day. I was like, they're basically paying me to be myself. So I got cracking on my resume, and I totally catered it to the job, bragging about my excellent driving record and my impending BSS degree in bologna sandwich skills. And then I crafted my cover letter, which was riddled with puns like, a hearty hot dog, hello to you, exclamation point. I recently traveled to Europe, where I got to use real French and Swiss francs. What a lucky dog I was! Exclamation point. And this thing, it was like half exclamation points and like half puns. It was very evident that I was excited about this job. The thing was, I knew that was not going to be enough, because they were looking for 10 people out of 1,000 applicants. I had a 1% chance of getting this job. It was dog eat dog. But there's a lot of puns coming your way. And so I was like, what can I do to stand out from the crowd and show them what a ham I am? And so that's when I came up with what I considered a stroke of genius, which was Rockin' Robin's Hot Dog Holiday Favorites, which was a cassette, I don't want to brag, a cassette of me singing self-promotional songs with hits like Oscar Mayer, do you hear me? Wanna be in that weenie? And Robin Gelfenbien, Robin Gelfenbien, that is my name all the time. This job will be mine, my shoe size is 9, I'm Jewish, but I dig on swine. And I drew a Christmas tree with little hot dog ornaments and a menorah with little hot dog candles, which is totally sacrilege. And I send off my packet, and I wait, and I wait. And I'm waiting for like months. And in the meantime, I'm going on these interviews for things I do not care about. The economy was in the toilet, and so I was interviewing at like Carrier Air Conditioning and Bugle Boy jeans. I was like, what? And I was like, God, you know, all I want is to drive this dick truck. And I dreamed it. And I just was like, oh. And finally I get a letter from Oscar Mayer that says, and I quote, that I cut the mustard. I was like, so excited. And so they fly me out. I was like, going to hot dog heaven. So they fly me out to Madison, Wisconsin for the second round of interviews. And they bring us in the night before to see how we, who we are, how we interact with other people, how we interact with the senior execs. And they also wanted to make sure that we ate hot dogs, because apparently a vegetarian has slipped through the cracks the year before. Yeah. You never know. So anyway, so the next morning, they start the second interviews at 7 a.m. sharp. And I'm in this conference room. It was like a reality show. I'm in the conference room with 9 other people who are vying for this job. And I'm hearing about all the things that they're doing. And I was like, I'm not revealing a damn thing. I want this job. And one guy had made like a miniature version of the Wienermobile, like a scale model of it. And another guy, during his on-camera interview, was going to do a debate between Ross Perot and Bill Clinton as to which condiment is better on a hot dog. And I was like, oh my God, these people are so cutthroat. So, but deep down I was like, I know I'm going to give them a run for their money. Because all day long I was walking around Hot Dog HQ with my very posh green backpack and my, shoulder pads, thank you. My suit with my shoulder pads, because I'm fashionable. I was like, they don't know what's hiding inside this backpack. Because deep inside was one of my secret weapons. And this secret weapon number 1, were my tap shoes. So I go strolling to the on-camera interview. I am feeling great until I arrive at the door and I look down and my heart just drops. Because all I'm thinking is, how the hell am I going to tap dance on carpet? I was like, show must go on, Gelfenbien, let's go. So I go in, it's this like windowless conference room with this Dilbert doppelganger standing next to, he's like perched on this like camcorder that's like enormous, right? And he's been watching these clowns all day long, like, what's this one got? And so I was like, hey, you know, if you don't mind, could you just like pan down so they can see I went the extra mile and show my tap shoes? And he's like, fine. He's like, okay. And he's like, whenever you're ready. And so then I like burst into my routine, and I of course I had made a parody to go along with it, and I'll do just a little bit of it right now. Hopefully, microphone stay put. So it was like, look for me in the Wienermobile. By the way, this is like much louder than anything they heard. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. I'm gonna have the time of my life. And I'm going on and on and on. And the song gets like bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm just like selling the shit out of it. I'm like, the Wienermobile! I was like, thank you. I was like a machine in there. I look like this like snow angel on crack. I'm like, ah! And I like stick the landing like, ah! And the guy's like, we're done.
Is it? That's all I got out of that?
I was so hurt. I was so crushed. And I thought, okay, this is your last chance. Like, you now have to redeem yourself. Because I was about to meet the head of the Wienermobile program. We call him Top Dog. And his name was Russ. And so I get to his door, and I met him the night before, and I knew a little bit about him. He was stocky, stoic, and for some strange reason, he breathed like Darth Vader. So I go in, and I said, hey, did you have a chance to listen to my Wienermobile demo? And he's like, oh, you're that Robin. And then he opens his top desk drawer to reveal Rockin' Robin's Hot Dog Holiday Favorites. My heart started beating faster, and I was like, oh my God, he knows my work. And he says, no, I haven't listened to it. I was like, shoot. So then I thought, secret weapon number 2. And I said, well, how about this? Why don't you, if you want, you can listen to it on my Walkman right now. And he says, that won't be necessary. And I thought, secret weapon number 3. And I said, how about this? Why don't I sing a few songs that didn't make it on the album? The B-sides. And I don't even let him answer. I'm sitting at a table, like seriously, maybe a foot away from this guy. And I just burst into the first song. I'm singing my heart out. I finish the song, which is meant to be funny, not to Russ. So he gives me nothing. And I was like, all right, Robin, this is your last chance. Like, go big or go home. So I sing the next song, and the last lyrics that I sing to him are, I'm going to have this job before I'm dead. And he goes, And I was like, I'm not sure how to take that. But I thanked him, and I left. And I fly home, and I cry the entire flight. I am convinced everybody at Oscar Mayer hates me. I made the biggest fool on myself, and I feel so dejected. And I go back to Syracuse, and the weather up there is crappy anyway, and so it makes you feel even worse. And I continue going on interviews for things that I really do not want. And I'm checking my mailbox, and there's nothing from Oscar Mayer. And then in the middle of April, I get a phone call, and I hear, Robin! I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I know that voice, I know that weird breathing. And I was like, yes. And he said, this is Russ Whitaker calling from Oscar Mayer, calling to offer you a position as one of our hot doggers. And I was like, God. I screamed, I cried. It was like he had just proposed to me. I was so happy. And I was like jumping up and down, like high-fiving myself by myself. Like my roommate wasn't around. I was so, so happy. And because, my dream had come true. And like more than anything, what that job meant to me was that I got to be myself. Because for those 4 years of college, which were the worst 4 years of my life, when college is supposed to be the best 4 years of your life, those were horrible for me, and I lost complete sight of who I was. I didn't think I was creative at all, but this job was going to give all of that back to me in spades. And I couldn't believe it, and I was like, I'm going to be one of the few, the proud, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile hot doggers. And it was all worth it, all the crazy stuff that I did, because it was truly a job to relish. And that's no baloney. Thank you.
I'm drawing everyone's attention to the screen because this is a 100% true story. Boom, there she is. Wearing her hot dog. Does the outfit have a name?
No, we would just call her ketchup and mustard. Outfits, yeah.
So
I don't brag. Matching pants to that jacket. Still in my possession.
Nice. Do you ever wear them?
No. Oh no, wait, I did. I think I wore it at like a Wienermobile reunion once.
How many of you are there?
What?
How many of you are there?
How many hot doggers?
Yeah.
So they only choose like 10 or 12 per year, and they've been doing this program since 1988. So there's not that many.
But there's reunions.
Yeah, like every 5 years, we get together, we all like geek out. Actually, it was so funny because at the last one, I got home and I don't normally I usually just do carry-on. I don't check my luggage. When I got home, there was a message from the TSA that they had checked my bag, and my bag was chock full of like all new Wienermobile. I was like, they're gonna be like, what is with this girl and all this penis stuff? And I want to be like, you're welcome. I mean, I'm sure they see all kinds of stuff, but that was probably entertaining.
Just so you know, at Robin's show, in between the speakers, she plays games like Mad Libs and Pin to Tell and Talking. I don't get to do that because I like to talk a lot. So if you want to get a drink, I don't want you to think you're rude in between the presenters to go up to the Hillary. Thank you, Hillary. As always, make sure that that's the best time to go. I don't know if you want to tell, but there's an unauthorized pre-internet PR stuff we did with your Wienermobile once.
Oh. You want me to tell?
You want to just tell a quick rendition of it?
Sure. I mean, it's.
This was totally your.
Oh yeah, this is all I do.
Right?
Yeah, I rarely reveal this, but I will. And in fact, I told Peter this morning. So a big part of our job was to get PR in all of the cities that we visited, and we would do small things like take kids to the prom, or we would deliver Meals on Wheels. And they were putting a lot of pressure on us about halfway through the year to get media. And our numbers, like the guy I traveled with, he and I were complete opposites. He didn't want to do any work, so he was like the anti-hot dogger. But anyway, that's like a whole other story. So Russ was like, your numbers are low, pick them up. And I was like, you want media? I'll get you media. And I took the Wienermobile to the Lorena Bobbitt trial. I got shit tons of media. Like if the internet had been around then, we would have broken the internet. Hands down.
And they kept you?
Yeah, I mean, he knew I was a good hot dogger, but I mean, they would tell us like, don't take the Wienermobile to a strip club, don't park it in front of a bar. So this was like a huge no-no. I'm like, I could easily lose my job over this. But I think they knew like, I don't know, I do a mischievous side. I was like, this is great.
So,
it was awesome. And in fact, like, I remember when CNN, like, their camera was in my face, and so I was like totally geeking out, and they're like, what are you doing here in Manassas? I'm like, I've never been here before. And then I was like, hey Lorena, take a stab at this. Like,
so this ballsy this ballsy kinds of attitude is still with Robin. Hi, come on in. Because the way that Robin gets half of her speakers for her show, she sees them at like Hallmark, and then she sees like celebrities there, and she's like, "You want to be on my show?" And she just harasses them until they say yes.
Harass them.
You totally harassed me.
I did. Friendly.
So
you harassed my office. You harassed me. It's okay. I expect it.
Because you're here, right? It works.
See, I like to bring people together. I'm a total Jewish person in that respect. You're Jewish. O'Connell, not so much, but so what? I had nothing to do with that introduction.
All right, so you made a tape, you did your tap dance, you really wanted this, but you don't hear stories like that a lot. So why do you think you don't hear? Because people are like, I want that job, I want that job, I want the job, and they settle for no when someone says you can't have it. So why are more people not taking that leap? Do you think?
I think a lot of people are afraid to be vulnerable. I mean, at the time, I was truly just desperate. Like, not to be completely, like heavy, but, like, I was like, if I don't get this job, I'm going to kill myself. So, like, the stakes were so high for me. And I know it sounds crazy, but it was like, that's how, like, desperate I felt at the time. I think, sadly, there's a lot of laziness as well. Like, people are just like, oh, something else will come along. But the way I look at life, and this is like what the resume I created after this job, like it's always like, how can I be unique and memorable? But not in a way where it's like, you're that creepy like American Idol stuff. Like, like I knew I had gone over the top, but like, I think there's, the seriousness to me, much like Stephanie was describing. But yeah, I think people are just afraid.
So if someone came up to you right now and said, I really want to get the job as a blank, what advice would you give them?
For hot dog or something
Anything,
else?
just look, I want to pursue my dream, I've got the running shop for it, I don't know, Robin, what should I do?
Yeah, I mean, I actually was just speaking at NYU not too long ago, and they were talking to me about their job hunting process, and I said, if there's something about the company that you can really connect to, that shares like why you're so passionate about it, then people will see that, because I have internships for Yum's the Word, and people will send me, remember that one that was like, it was for Yum, like the Yum Corporation, which is connected to Pepsi. And I'm like, they clearly didn't do their homework. I'm like, you see that right away. And so like, if you can demonstrate, like very quickly, but very genuinely, that there's something special about whatever this organization is and how you connect to it, I think that goes really far.
Yeah. Caitlin hires 40 StarQuest people a year. You know when they want it really bad.
Yeah.
The top players show, the people who wanted the most show, and most organizations, if this is a heart surgeon or a lawyer or something like that, they hire for attitude first. At least in the worlds that I grew up in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I want to make sure you give it a plug. There's a logo for Yum's the Word. When's the next one?
The next one is this coming Tuesday, and it's a live storytelling show where I make homemade ice cream cakes for every single show. And if you come up to me tonight, you can get a ticket from me for $10. It's $15 in advance, $20 at the door, so that is a significant savings.
It's a deal.
It's a deal. But anyway, and we have so many. I think Sandy left, but every month we do different stories that are inspired by ice cream. So we've done like Rocky Road, Stories of Danger. This coming Tuesday, since 420 is on 420, and our show is on for the day before, we're doing Cherry Garcia. It's all stories of music. And by the way, the stories are going to be amazing. One of them is from this woman who was Pat Benatar's ass double in her video. And then the other one, I will just leave that, it starts with Emmanuel Lewis, and if anybody remembers the show Webster, it starts with Emmanuel Lewis, so you can only imagine where that story goes. And then we have people celebrating their birthdays at every show, so if your birthday's in May, come on Tuesday, we'll choose you to be a birthday guest, and you get to choose all the flavors of one of the ice cream cakes, see the show for free. There's a lot of fun stuff.
So you can talk to her after. All right,
Yeah, come see me
15
after.
seconds, microphone, entire world, what would you say?
Do not overthink it, and go with your gut.
Boom. Robin Gelfenbien. Speaking of passionate people, I'd like